And we're live. Here we are. Live here at Streaming Matters. So, folks, if you have not watched this show before, we're going to talk about all kinds of streaming topics. Things that will impact your wallet, your streaming quality. We'll try to answer any questions that you folks toss over on the side. We'll do our best to answer those questions to get you some of those answers that may be harder for you to find those answers of. So hello to my panel. Thank you to my co-host, Alban. How are you doing today? I know a little under the weather.
Yeah, sick as a dog. But I'm going to stretch it out since we just saw. Did you get a message from Andrew?
Yeah, I did get a message from him.
Yeah, you typed in player pass.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sorry you don't have any sick days, Alban. So you don't have any sick days. So you need to show. I'm glad you showed up.
You hear this everywhere. No sick days. and it was my movie with some assistance from Dave. And we'll have to torture Andrew somehow.
Yeah. We also have Roger on the panel today. Thank you for joining us, Raj.
Thanks for the invite. Maybe I'll have something to add for some of our topics. Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, a couple of things. So, Roger, a longtime guy from our Player Pass rooms. For you guys, if you've not seen Player Pass, you'll be able to see it on the second half of our hour. We'll do first hour will be Streaming Matters. We're going to talk about streaming topics. The second half, we will cover a movie. Chevalier.
Chevalier.
I was going to ask Eddie how to say it because I know it's French.
Chevalier.
Chevalier. How are you doing, Beach? Thank you for joining us today, bud.
I'm doing good. I would like to apologize for the comment I put in the side chat before the show started, wishing my power to go out for the next hour after my resolution of not dogging on the Streaming Matter show for 2024. So I would like to apologize for that comment.
Yeah, well, let's hope you can hold it together just for this first hour. We'll get to the second hour, and you'll be able to jump into that Player Pass. And we also have Eddie, another French Canadian. Well, I should say another. He's the only French Canadian on the panel. How you doing, Eddie?
Me and Alban are in the same boat. We're both under the weather.
Yeah.
So we're rhyming together.
Yeah, I put a condom on my microphone.
I don't even want to put my face up because I don't want no one to catch me.
So he's feeling rough. I'm gonna jump on I see one question before we jump into any topics. Since we'll be talking about the old Kodi world. We'll touch on the topic. I see someone asked about the Diggs build and if he's still being. I think question here says looking forward to the show. SASDR, how you doing? Quick question: is Diggs still supporting their builds? Yes, I'm in a couple other groups, still supporting their builds. Pushes updates constantly. I read through it. I see that they're pushing updates. They actually had an update that I think was today or yesterday that was to fix. I think it was a tracked issue, but yeah, they're updating their builds all the time. You can download. I think his wizard now you can install the wizard, and then there's certain builds. I think the only thing that he said that he was going to stop supporting was his the non-Debrid build. I think is the one that he announced that they would not be supporting the non-Debrid build anymore, which was too much work trying to maintain that to keep it up to date and working, because those non-Debrid links tend to die pretty quick. So I think he was having to, or I should say the team was having to constantly fix dead links or clicking on something and it was broke because add-ons were constantly changing with those free links. So I think that's the only thing I know that he was going to stop supporting. He mentioned that couple weeks ago, if not maybe 3 weeks ago, that they would not be supporting the non-Debrid builds. But if you go with the regular build with real Debrid or premiumize, those kind of things, it's still working fine. It's just the free builds.
And if you're still relying on the free builds, buy real Debrid. It's $3 a month. Quit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mind boggling. We mention this all the time on the show that it's like it doesn't make sense once you use Debrid and the ease of it, and people I want free. Yeah, but
Yeah.
the $3 is going to save you a lot of headache. Now, Eddie, you're a newer person to Debrid now, because you resisted it for quite a while. Am I right?
Right? But I don't regret it. Do not
Yeah.
regret it.
Yeah.
Thanks to
Do you
Alban
do you
and,
regret putting us
Roger.
through? Do you regret putting us through torture for all of
Yes,
your
I do. Excuse
non-secret
me.
questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It is. We can't force people to get it. And I mean, we're not affiliate. There's no affiliate links for Debrid. It's not like I'm not selling a fucking VPN. Like, you gotta have it. It's
No.
to me, you're either going to spend time searching for the links or you're going to spend a few dollars. To me,
Yeah.
my time is more valuable than $3 a month. Maybe I'm rich and I can say $3 a month. I got it. But $3 for the month, it's technically, I can do it. And there's so many things you can do with Debrid. I have some video that's on Odysee about that. There's a lot that it's well worth the small investment for headaches and quality and stability. That's me. But if you want to chase free links, hey, knock yourself out. And there are add-ons that have free links. I think Scrubs is still doing free links. I know Asgard still does free links. Black Lightning has some free links. Shazam has some free links. I think Chains. There's a couple others that do still offer some free links, but the quantity of those links is going to be a certain limit, and the reliability. Those links could die at any moment or be removed, and boom, they're gone. And so,
if you really want to go stick with free links, find somebody who has a Plex server and become their friend. There you go. Problem solved.
And again, you're friends with that. And there are people, I know Donald finds all kinds of free links. There are ways to find it, but you're going to have to spend some time to learn how to get those links. It's
right.
not. So
don't expect anybody to hold your hand to teach you how to do that.
So, all right. So, hey, that was all. I'll knock on that. I see a few more people. I see Sets jumped in here. Tabby's jumped in here. We got a few extra people jumped in here since I try to throw when we're doing the intro, people that have joined the show, hey, because we appreciate you joining the show. So we'll go ahead. Since we're starting on this topic, let me go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get on the news, some of our Kodi news, which the big one this week was 20.3. Dropped. Kodi released the 20.3 update, which they said will be the last update for Kodi 20. This will be it. The next update, when they do it, it will be the Kodi 21. No real big major fixes on this, folks. A lot of times people feel like they got to go grab the newest update. To be honest, you're not going to probably notice a single thing change between 20.1 up to 20.3. You're not going to notice any change. The only thing that was big news, and they released it and it went to the Google Play Store. So if you installed via the Google Play Store, your shit's going to update automatically, right? But maybe it won't update because there was a PR, which I'm thinking is a permissions request. There was some kind of an issue when Kodi submitted their APK to the Google Play Store. There was some type of issue. And now, let me see if I can get down here. So if you installed via the Google Play Store, you may have noticed that there is an issue. You'll get an error that says, cannot download the OBB. This is nothing that you're going to be able to fix through the Google Play Store. So I don't know when it happened or how, but people that are installing through the Google Play Store or updating have found a corrupted file, the OBB. You can't open it. So the only way to fix it is they say, this is this thing was from Kodi.TV. For those who had the initial deployment, you will unfortunately have to uninstall and reinstall from the Google Play Store. So there must have been a corrupted file that at the early part. So you have to uninstall it and reinstall it if you get that cannot download the OBB. That's the downside of sometimes when it goes to the Google Play Store, and I think I had read on the Reddit something about they were unfortunate attempts to backport the PR required to submit to the Google Play Store has been unsuccessful. We have halted the rollout of. Let me make it a little larger for you guys. We have halted the rollout 20.3 via the Google Play Store, and we will be unable to release on the Play Store. It says the best way for you to get it is to install via Kodi's website, to go to Kodi.tv, releases, and download that way. And you can use Downloader for that. A couple different ways. So you basically sideload it. So it's nice that it's out there, and if you're having the issue with 20.3 when you've installed through the Google Play Store, unfortunately, it looks like you're going to have to uninstall and reinstall Kodi. I haven't tried since I didn't have the issue because I'm not using 20. I'm wondering if people sideload the official 20.3 from the Kodi store or from Kodi's repository. I wonder if that would fix it, but I don't know because I didn't have the issue. So, good news, bad news. Hey, it's an update, but hey, it could be broke. And I don't know. None of you guys probably are using 20. I don't know. Are any of you guys?
I don't have a Kodi install on any of my devices right now. It's really weird for me.
I'm sorry that Roger has to leave the channel. I'm sorry. We're going to have to, him and Alvin both have to leave.
No,
Hey,
I think I
look,
have to leave too.
he used to bitch about the Shield, how he would never own one. He now
Right.
owns one, and he's happy as heck with it.
And I'm probably going to buy another one.
There you go. So give him a few months. Yeah, he'll get back on.
I don't think I'm going
Yeah,
back.
well,
I don't think
he
I'm
ain't
going
going
back. I've been
You
using
know,
it.
yeah, but I mean, we all know what we all have access to, which is a wide variety. But even with having those resources that we have, there are things that I cannot find where I have to go to Kodi to find them. So that's why Kodi, I'm Plex, MB, then Kodi is I can't find it anywhere else. That's where I go. And on mine, I have everything is 20.2. I haven't on my Shield. I haven't installed 23 yet on there just because I'm waiting.
If I have that issue, I would just find it and have it loaded to my Plex instead of,
But I mean, you're a person that's
pirate.
You're a high-end user. You're able to get content that a normal user would have a very difficult time finding the content and the quantity of the quality. So, you have it. But I mean, to me, I mean, even though I have access to those types of things, to the MBs, to the Plexes, and all that stuff, they're nice. Guess what? It's a click and play. So one click, I'm moving through what I need to. But I still use Kodi every single day because Tract is integrated in. Albin's getting ready to say you can integrate Tract into, but I like that and
it works.
It does a great job with my Tract. It also, I love the interface with the continue watching. I love the way it looks. I love when I click on something. Guess what? Here are my options for the quality I want to watch. Do I want to see it in 4K, 5.1? Do I want a big file? So I feel like I have more control. So it's so hard to walk away from Kodi. Plus, I love the aesthetic look of it. I love the background that I like. Those things. I love I can turn up that center channel.
That's what I miss about Kodi. That's the one thing I do miss.
Because, folks, if you guys struggle with hearing dialogue in a movie or TV show, Kodi offers through the center channel I actually did a video. I think it's still on YouTube. I think I still have the video. If you look up one of my videos on YouTube, it's one of the few that YouTube still lets me keep up there. It actually shows you how to turn up that center channel so that I can hear the dialogue better. Now it's not perfect, but it's good enough that I can hear dialogue mixed amongst the rest of the stuff. So, I mean, to me, that is it's awesome, and I just love the look and the feel. Even though Kodi.tv blocks me on Twitter, I can't. I have to be. They got rid of my original The Butcher account on Kodi.tv forums, so I have to use another account.
They pirated you that hard. They said this guy is a pirate, huh?
Yeah, we don't like you. Well, they're like, no, it's like I feel like it's like a jilted girlfriend. It's a girl that I really like, and she broke up with me, but I wasn't ready to break up with her. And I keep sending her text messages like, "You sure we still can't go out?" And she's like, And I'm like, "I'm just sending you. Here's a dick pic." No, we're not talking. It's like that girlfriend that will not, she ain't feeling what I'm feeling for her. She ain't feeling it for me. So yeah, they don't have. But even though they have those issues with me, I'll still use it every day, and I'll promote it for my friends that said, "Hey, what's a good solution?" I'm like, to me, this is the best thing going. Now there are easier solutions. To me, the best thing going today. So pros and good and bad about 20.3. Don't race out and get it though, folks. Just don't. There's no reason to feel that you need to update. It's really not. I've no need of. I'm still doing 20.1 beta 2. That's where I'm sticking to. I enjoy. What Snooki says, I'm back on the app. The K app, use it 75% of the time, Plex 25% of the time. Yep. Yeah. And Donald's correct. Knowing backups is always a must. Yeah. We and that's the thing with us. We all want. We're not pigeonholed to doing one thing. We do different things, and we're trying different options. And because and that's one thing with Kodi, you have those options. If one add-on goes down, you just roll over to another one. Hey, guess what? If a Plex server gets blocked, not everybody.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, not everybody can pivot. So it becomes very difficult. And I know now, Eddie. Now, do you use Kodi or do you use other stuff? You use a Plexer or something? Eddie, what's up with your mic?
His mic has the flu also.
Eddie's become a robot.
I told you, put a condom on that thing.
Ed, you're probably gonna have to log back in, buddy.
Yeah, you have to jump out and jump back in. So,
if you can hear us.
Here, Eddie, I'm booting you. No hard feelings. Just jump back in. Yeah, so he'll have to reboot and I know Alvin. He's only a Plex guy, so have a drink. Leon, love the Kodi app. K app can choose quality of streams important on the internet speed, and that is there again. If you're on a lower end internet speed, you're on a smaller package, a lower speed, and there's nothing you can do about that. Yes, you can say, hey, instead of me trying to grab a 50 gig file, hey, maybe I need to stick with anything below 5 gigs. So, that is, again, the flexibility. In fairness,
you could do that in Plex and MB too.
Oh.
You could control the bit rate that you get the file at.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to have you do some videos on that. So let's see. So if you're looking on Reddit, this was on that. Another thing I was going to mention about Kodi. Let's stop that. So folks, I did a video and I put it on my Odysee channel. If you care to make a backup of your Kodi setup, your Fire Stick, I did a video on showing you how to do it with USB and an OTG cable. I show you how to create a one-to-one backup, and this will have your debrid creds, tracked creds, all that stuff. So, because I see a lot of people say, hey, I set up Kodi exactly the way I want it on my TV, one TV. I want to put that same image on another TV. I show you how to do that, and it's not difficult. Through an OTG cable, I create a backup on a USB drive, take it to another device, and I do it. There is ways, if you don't want to do it through an OTG or through an OTG cable, you actually can do it via some of the cloud servers. So if you have if you're on a Shield, you can do it on a bunch of things: Google Play, Google Drive, Dropbox. The Fire Stick offers it on. I did get it to work on the Amazon cloud. I actually created a backup of my setup and then uploaded it to the Amazon cloud drive. Then went to another device, log in. I grabbed that zip, pulled it down to that Fire Stick, and then installed. So there's different ways to do this to be able to create yourself a backup. I think it's a good video to give you some ideas on how to back up, because I see it a lot. There are other ways, ABD, ABD Link, or used to be ABD Fire. I think it's ABD Link. And there's other ways, but this seemed the easiest way to set it up. I put the link down there. Odysee, there's no VPN push. I don't push for any VPN on the video. I don't give an affiliate link where I'm going to try to make some money off of you. And I think through Odysee, you won't even see ads. So the link is down below. Check it out. And if you're wanting to create a backup of your setup, it's a good option for folks. Eddie, you get yourself sorted out? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, much better.
Okay.
Much better.
Well, okay, I'm still using like a fork of 19.1 as my main go-to.
Okay.
But I play around with a 20.2.
Okay. Yeah, and you'll probably, if I was you, I would probably lean towards that 20 point whichever 20, if you said you're using 20.2, I would suggest, because some people aren't supporting 19, and there are a few things that don't work on 19 but work on 20. I know that Fenn stopped supporting 19.
But I'm using my 20.2 as my backup.
Yeah.
Right now, the one I'm working with right now, I love it. It's doing everything I need. Once it goes wanky on me, then I'll go right over to 20.2.
Okay. The main thing is it works. Whatever works for you, that's the main thing.
Yep.
So as long as it gets you what you need. I thought I would touch on this topic, and I thought it was kind of an interesting topic about 5% of the U.S. households only have cable TV now. 5%.
That's crazy.
5% are cable-only users. So that means how many people are buying for subscriptions, and that I want to. What did he hear on a step here? 2018, it said that 27% of households were cable only. So what's that? 5 years? They went from 27% to 5%.
That's a lot of houses.
Yeah,
That is.
Yeah, that's a big drop. So, and there are people that do a supplement. They have cable TV and they have a subscription. But to be 5% only that are just people that are doing cable TV only is.
My
And
sister,
and I would almost bet the people that are strictly cable are boomers and above.
Yes.
Yep. My
Yeah.
sister.
When I pretty much, I think when that generation dies off, there's not going to be anybody hardly using cable TV.
Yep.
My kids don't. Think about it. I mean, my kids.
They don't watch cable, period. They just,
No.
It's weird. They don't watch normal TV.
No. So you think anybody under the age of, definitely under 30, you could probably go as high as maybe 35, 38. Those people have no idea cable TV or even understand that to get cable TV, and they'd rather. So that number has just plummeted. And this is why the cable companies are trying to do different things. to try to stay viable and to stay. So, the numbers are only going to get worse. We've said how many times on this show where we're like, cable customers dropping by the millions. This quarter, this many million dropped. And
Crazy.
You know what?
Yep.
Would be a fun experiment? Get a room full of like millennials, shove them into a room, and say, "You only get 3 channels. Have at it."
Would it be like a Hunger Games kind of show?
Exactly. I mean, and see how long it would last before, like, oh my God, I got PTSD. I can't look at this. I can't.
Yeah.
I only have ABC, NBC, and CBS. What the hell is this shit?
Yeah.
They would be having seizures.
Yeah, it's a new Hunger Games.
And then when you're when you're like 15, you get Fox, and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at me. I'm a rebel.
Yeah.
So one of the things here, this was an article which I think kind of plays in hand. So Charter, who was Spectrum, actually just signed a deal with Disney. They finalized it, I think, in September, and they finalized the deal in September. It's going live now because Disney was playing hardball with them and says, all right, guess what? You're not going to get some of the ESPN. You're not getting some of our ABC channels because it had to do with how much money Disney wanted from those Charter/Spectrum companies. And what they ended up doing is they came up with an option that Spectrum customers can get Disney ad-supported subscriptions. And so then that unlocked where the Spectrum would be able to show the ESPN and the ABC channels that was a holdout on. And they're able to offer this ad-based subscription with this. So what are you guys thinking about this? I mean, you're seeing cable companies working hand in hand with these.
Well, we knew that was going to happen.
Walmart gets you Paramount Plus now.
Oh,
Walmart, if you get Walmart Plus, you get Paramount subscription free, ad supported.
it seems like they're pushing. These companies are 100% great to give you that ad supported because the Disney, the Paramounts, all the companies now have an ad supported package.
Yeah.
Because they're getting ad money as well as a smaller amount of subscription money.
And like Nucky just said in chat, Amazon's going to start charging you $3 a month just to watch their stuff without ads.
Yes. Yeah. And that is 100% going to roll out. And so if you have Prime, you're not going to be able to just get free Prime. Now if you have Prime, you'll get
commercials.
So they will give you that. But if you want it free, we're going to make you, make you pay some extra. I actually saw an article and I didn't save it. Was Amazon is now going to offer ad-supported subscriptions to those other services, the Paramounts, the HBO Max. They're going to offer where before, if you went to Amazon Prime or on your Fire Stick and you went to go get HBO Max, it would just offer you the full version ad-free. Now they're going to offer you the ad-supported and I want to say it was like 4 or 5 of the services that they're going to offer you the ad-supported. So that gets the price down, and I'm guessing that Amazon's getting that money from them because the end of the day, Amazon, if you have a Fire Stick and you sign up for Amazon or for HBO Max or Paramount or whatever those services, and you're on your Fire Stick and you're signing up through that, Amazon gets some of that money. They get an affiliate link kind of kickback. So they're getting a kickback from these ad-supported services. So we're going to see more of these cable services offering a package deal with ad-supported service because the cable companies are starving, and because they're the amount of customers, as you said, are shrinking, right? But and then the broadcasters, the Disney, the Warner Brothers, the whoever says, well, you know what we want? The media companies are saying, hey, this is what we expect out of cost. So you want our stuff, this is how much you're going to pay. So the pool of money that they can, or the pool of customers that they can pull from is smaller, and the media companies want more. So it's like, who's going to pay extra? You know, the end customer, the end user. So their bills have constantly gone up. But I do think it's an interesting article, though, when we see these cable companies working a deal with an ad-supported service, so they can kind of sell it. Hey, you don't have to worry about it. We're going to include Disney Plus with your cable TV subscription, your monthly cable TV subscription. And it's a win for Disney, because Disney, what they're probably hoping is that you're going to be like, I'm tired of these damn commercials. And I want to, I'll pay for the full version so I don't get the commercials, is my guess. Or maybe make it. Yeah, go ahead.
Along the line with the streaming, because Will had put a comment about living in Kansas City, and their games are going to be like this Saturday game is only on Peacock.
Yep.
This is one thing I really hate, and it's this going to have, first of all, Thursday night games on Amazon Prime. Okay, screw that. What if you don't have Amazon Prime? So people don't have that, can't watch it. Stupid. The bullshit. Then now putting it on Peacock, so they're forcing you to get these streaming services so you can watch what you want. So I really, to me, that is wrong. That is just wrong.
Yeah.
There's going to be a whole new wave of people wanting to wear pirate hats because of stuff like this.
Yeah.
And it's especially like when we're talking about an item like the NFL, that as Americans, you've been used to watching the NFL for free every Sunday or every Monday. And as it's moved, guess what? This is only going to be on ESPN. Oh, guess what? This is only going to be on this. Now it's, one of these playoff games. Oh, it's only going to be on Peacock. You got to pay for Peacock. We're going to have a lot of people pushing back. I actually had somebody message me today. How can I watch the Peacock, the one, the Kansas City game? The only places you're going to be able to watch the Kansas City game, Kansas City and Miami game free, without having a subscription to Peacock, is if you live in Kansas City or you live in Miami. Those were the two markets they said they would offer people the right to watch it for free if you're in that particular market. So the NFL, we know the NFL is they're going to make money, and they're looking to just make more.
So the Sunday ticket was what, $450 this year?
Yeah.
I got a little better deal than that, but
if I only knew.
Yeah. I mean, once again, that's lucky we have resources. I mean, look back in the day, once we're talking about the K-app, I mean, look how happy we were when Sports Devil came out. Okay? We could watch whatever game we wanted, on the TV. Prior to that, there were web links you could go
480.
to.
We were happy with 480 too.
480. No, but I was happy as hell. I could sit there on my TV and watch a shitty stream of the game, but it was a game I wanted to watch, not the bullshit. You're stuck with whatever the area you live in. Okay, here I'm close to DC, so I always got the Washington Commanders games, who I can't stand. So it was like, really? Mm-hmm. So when Sports Devil came out, I was like, oh man, this is the greatest thing in the world.
And again, this show, we talk about a lot of topics. We have to be careful. We're on YouTube, and what we talk about, advertise or to give people things. But again, Telegram group is down. Their link is down there, and almost everybody I see in the chat, you guys are all in the Telegram group. But if you're watching this for the first time, we have a Telegram group, and where you can ask questions. And we don't have people selling products in the Telegram group. But if you want information, if you want to know how to do things, we help people to be able to find solutions, to find options for being able to save money, to find the content. And that is the biggest thing, is you want to watch what you want to watch when you want to watch it and not pay $450 damn dollars. I mean, the only plus to YouTube, who lost an ass load of money with the Sunday ticket this year.
Yep.
The only thing that was a plus to that is that you didn't have to do, when DirecTV owned it, you had to buy a 2-year program of DirecTV or Dish. I think it was it Dish or Direct?
They both had their hands in it at one point.
So you had to have a 2-year package. You had to buy and sign a contract. Oh yeah, I'll keep you for 2 years. Oh, now we'll let you buy the NFL package. The only plus about if you did the NFL Game Pass this year through YouTube was that you could just get that package alone. I want just the YouTube NFL package, and that was the $450. If you paid for YouTube TV, then it was $350, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that.
But you had to still pay for the YouTube TV, which is what, $80 a month.
Yeah, $80 a month.
Yeah, weigh it out for yourself. But
and for a while,
they had all kind of problems streaming YouTube.
Yeah,
had all kind of issues getting decent feeds of the games.
And they may have lost ESPN coverage in there at some point too because of a contract dispute. I can't remember honestly, but they did lose some channels over a contract dispute.
And Beach is 100% right about, there were reports, numerous reports, that YouTube TV could not supply a buffer-free experience for the people that paid the $450.
Right.
So think about it. You paid $450 for the NFL ticket, and you're like, fine, I'll pay for the $450 for the NFL package ticket, and then you get buffering or channels drop. It's like, holy shit, I can't imagine paying $450, and now I can't even watch what I paid $450 for. Again, if there was only other options. If there was only other options for people to figure out where else you'd be able to get the content. So it's YouTube stumbled big on this and lost their ass. I just think, to me, I think the NFL is too greedy right now. I think they're way too greedy as an entity of what they think they can milk off of everybody. To me, I'd rather get $10 off 100 people than to try to get $1,000 off one person.
Yeah.
But the NFL is like, no, we'll get it. They'll pay it. And I think that they're hurting themselves down the road.
But what I'm thinking about now is, you guys are talking about this $450 for a normal schmo to go pay them this.
Yep.
What's it for a freaking bar to have your game?
Yeah, I don't know if you're able. I'm not sure if a bar could.
I don't think they could for $450. They would have to come off more.
Yeah, they'd probably have to do a different subscription because they're publicly displaying it. Yeah. It's being shown publicly.
I don't know. If I was the bar owner, I'd put it on my personal Fire Stick and bring it to work. But it's not a bar. I mean, what? I took it to work. I just have to work at a got screw you.
Yeah, but
like Google doesn't have enough money. Oh, I'm VO.
At the market, I got
another house.
Yeah, commercial package.
Yeah, I don't think you can stream more than a couple, 2 or 3 streams from YouTube live at any given time. I don't think you can have 9 games on any given time. So,
yeah. If only there was a way.
Yeah.
Only. Maybe maybe somewhere in the world will have some answers for some of those kind of questions. So
I've been trying to answer those questions on Reddit all the time.
I know. You tried. You do the best to help. You do your best. But you know what? You can take a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
Yeah.
And
Todd, just check the stores.
Oh wait. All right. Hold on a second, bro. Star. All right. So I did the Willow one. Here we go. Andrew says just canceled Disney Plus. Was $60 for the year when they first started, went to $80, and now has gone to $100. Yeah. And this ain't stopping. This is not stopping. This again, because we've talked about it. How many of these streaming services say they ain't making any money? They're losing money. Because they're trying to compete with Netflix, who has spent years with their infrastructure.
My boys.
Yeah, they spent years creating that infrastructure to be able to do what they're doing in what's it been 3 years now that streaming services, or 2 years that we can say has been the streaming boom of everybody having an app.
Yeah.
2-3 years.
Pretty much.
Since COVID, since COVID, really.
Yeah.
So, all right. So 2020. So a good 3.5 years that all these companies jumped into creating the streaming services, and the infrastructure to make that happen it's expensive.
Billions of dollars.
Expensive.
Netflix has spent so much money.
Yep. But Netflix has done it over a long time.
Yeah.
And they built it, and it's like, and then it's like, oh, I want to have my content, so people have to come to me. I think these content providers, the Disneys, your Warner Brothers, this and that, I think they could have made more money by letting Netflix lease the content.
Yeah, for sure.
Than saying, you know what, we're going to create the Max app. We're going to create the Max app. We're going to have all of our content. And we're going to I think they spent way more money than they ever needed to create these apps and to support them than they would have. Long term, you'd have made more money saying, you know what, I'll just rent it to Netflix.
And they couldn't service their customers half as well as Netflix's infrastructure already did.
Yeah.
Right. Well, they also start off with like how Disney Plus started out. They started out at a low price. They were lower. I believe at the time they launched, they were cheaper.
Oh yeah,
than Netflix.
Gave it away for free.
Who else has that business model? Oh yeah, drug dealers. That's
exactly. So that's what they do. They lull you in. They want you to get hooked on their, get on their streaming app. And it's especially if you got little kids and they want to watch, like my great nieces are addicted to Bluey. Holy shit, that's crack for toddlers. And that's all they will sit there and watch all day. So now you're stuck because your kids will have a fit if you get rid of it. So they know they have something popular. So, okay, guys, price is going up, So that's just, it's everything.
It's rough. Redneck also, he posted over here, MLB is moving. Select days are going to be on Apple and Prime. So again, MLB, which has a bazillion damn games, is slowly rolling to that paid program, that thing. So it is a tough thing. And but with the Netflix ad supported, and this goes against what Alban and I both were we didn't think that I know I didn't, and I think Alban was in the same. I didn't think that they would do this well with their ad supported thing. 23 million monthly users on the ad supported tier. I didn't think they'd go that high, but so many people are downsizing, and this is an option of downsizing but still keeping it. By saying, well, I'll choke through some ads. So,
sorry. Never had it, never will.
Yeah, but again, some people do it. I will say, so Blue was watching Amazon, and I think Amazon now is doing the ads on her thing. And I want to say she watched a couple shows before an ad came up, and she said also the ad was not long. I want to say she said it was like a 10-second ad. It wasn't a big long one.
On what? On Netflix?
On Amazon Prime.
Oh,
It was
them
on
I'm
Prime.
playing. Yeah.
So it was the first time she had noticed it because she said, "Hey, I actually did see an ad," and she said, "But I had to watch like 2 or 3 episodes before an ad jumped in." And she said, "It wasn't even a long ad." So I think that Amazon they're probably trying to figure out what that balance of how many ads can we shove on you, and you tolerate it, and we still make money. So we got a couple more topics we'll try to jump to because we're getting closer to the thing here. FCC. All right, so FCC has warned that millions of households could lose broadband discounts because of the government needing more funding. Now, this was part of that affordable connectivity program, wasn't it, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, well,
ACP program.
Yeah.
In the United States.
Yeah. And you guys give us synopsis. What? Give me
basically if you fall within a certain monthly guideline of assets or whatever money you make, or if you don't make a lot of money, you basically can apply to that and get your internet and phone and all kind of whatever you have deeply discounted. I'll give you a prime example because I am a participant of this program, and before I was paying $176 a month. That was for cable, 1 gig, and telephone. I just keep a landline also. So I got into that program with talking to Verizon. They told me about it. I dropped the TV. So I went from $176 a month. Now I pay $46 a month for 1 gig internet and phone at home. So what it does, if you fall within the guidelines that you have to meet to apply for this program, you get a deep discount on your services. So basically, the program is going to run out of money in May if they don't get another infusion of cash from Congress.
And how much money do they want?
$6 billion. Yeah, through the end of the year. I mean, that's. Put it this way: if that's how much you need, that tells you how many people are using it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. It said 23 million households nationwide are using this program, and it has to impact rural America, urban America, and a bunch of different things. So, because we've talked about in the show that urban areas, and again, Roger's lived out in the country. Sometimes you get like crap internet. And it also happens. So that's in rural areas, and even in urban areas where they're more economically strapped areas tend to not get good internet too, because so you can be in the city and get crap internet because guess what? Not enough people with money live in your area. So this was to help try to help that gap, as well as giving people money towards a laptop or a one-time fee. But the FCC, basically the government saying we need more money. So I don't know. I mean, do you guys think that?
I don't see this Congress spending any money.
The way things are in Congress now, they can't get anything done. You know, so
I think this program dies, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's
no, you mess with the kids' internet. You mess with the kids' internet these days.
You shouldn't, but they've done a lot worse.
Yeah. But the thing is do you think, as the guy said, do you think you can get the House to come together enough to say, yeah, we're willing to support helping Americans with to subsidize, because that's what it is a subsidize, to subsidize internet and internet for people of rural or urban areas. Can you get them to agree on that?
Generally, low-income people. I doubt they are going to help. I don't think they're going to help.
No, they're going to say, you know what?
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, kid.
That's right. That's how we did it. So yeah, it's I think this program is going to be in trouble. And this was a fun. I want to say, was it 2021 that this program started to try to help fill that that internet gap that they said that some places had. So I want to say that the program started. It's been around for 3 or 4 years now, but has finally come low, running out of money. And so for people that are getting that subsidized internet beach, buckle down because you may be getting an increase of that bill. It may start popping up on you.
It was established in 2021.
Okay.
It would originally started out with 14.2 billion for the program.
So they spent it.
So if you don't see me on Streaming Matters show, that's why I'm protesting my Wi-Fi unless
I doubt that. You Beach be like, you know what? I'll eat a couple cans of cat food a month to offset my cost of my good internet.
It's just like tuna.
It's a legitimate excuse why I can't be on Streaming Matters anymore because I just can't afford it. You know, if I got paid for video work I did for certain shows, it could subsidize it. Here I am.
Let me get a hold of my accountant. Do we have money in the coffers? Oh, sorry. We're like Congress. We'll get back with you on that.
Dog food, even the price of dog food has gone up.
All right. Hey, I will hit on a couple of topics before we go to player pass, folks. 23andMe, we talked about this, I think the last show or the show before. 23andMe had a data breach and their information got leaked out. Now, what 23andMe has kind of turned the tables and says, hey, it ain't our fault that you created shitty passwords. It's your fault. So you can't blame us because you reused your password from some other site on our site and people got your data. So sorry. This is kind of funny. We talked about that. You have only a certain time and it's not long. So if you get an email from 23andMe and you've signed up for 23andMe, you need to opt out of their agreement to their new rules and their new customer. What's it? Not customer rights. What is that called?
Arbitration rights or something. Probably.
Yeah. It's like because they said, hey, guess what? You can't. You got to go through arbitration. You can't sue us. You can't be part of a class action suit. All these kind of things. But basically, 23andMe says, hey, really, it's your own fault for not having a strong enough password, and not really our fault. And they really didn't get any data that's really going to hurt you. Now, they got your name and your address and information about your genealogy, but you know what? They didn't get no real financial. And if you use your financial information on the password and username and password on another site that you use on 23andMe, hey, that ain't our fault either. That you just a dumbass. So 23andMe they're turning this around like, hey, it's your fault that you created bad passwords. And it is kind of interesting that with these data breaches, how this company's basically said, not our fault. It's your fault for not creating a strong enough password. This is not played out yet, but there is a class action suit against 23andMe by a new number of customers that have said, hey, our information, what's it said that here, 6.9 million users' data was leaked. So if you're a person that has 23andMe and you've done it in the past, you do a little research to find out what your rights truly are on this particular topic. I don't have 23andMe, but if you have, this is something you're going to want to probably look into to see how you fall on this. Now, if you don't care and you're like, hey, I ain't looking to do a class action suit anyways, this and that, okay, fine. But again, we try to give you some information to at least keep you aware because this is time sensitive. You had 30 days, I believe. It was 30 days or 45 days from the day they emailed you to respond. If you do not respond, that was basically saying, I agree. That's what they had said. So no action meant you agreed to whatever their new policies or new rights of customer rights and stuff are. So
That's bullshit.
yeah, it's a tough one, but we're that's some information for you. One last topic we had on here, and I'm sure that this hits true with us older guys and gals.
Yeah.
Wordpad is going away. So I'm sure that most of us have used Wordpad from back in, what was it, Windows 95 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Introduced in Windows 95. So yep, it's going away. If you've uninstall or reinstall, you can't get it back. It will not. It won't go away if you already have it installed. But if you ever need to reinstall a Windows application, WordPad was not in. I can't say I use Notepad a lot. WordPad is something I've not used a lot, but what do you guys think? I mean, have you guys been a WordPad user? I mean, do you guys remember?
I was in the beginning.
I'm like you. I work if it's something quick that I need to do on the desktop, I just open a text file from Notepad.
Yep, Notepad.
And if I need a word processor, I'm gonna open up Office.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really not an important program to me anymore.
And it has basic uses. I mean, it's basically just for text documents. You're not going to be able to do a lot of stuff, but what did it say? 30 years? I think it's something like 30 years that it's been.
Gotta be.
Notepad is 40 years old. I don't see it there. I don't see it on there, but it's been a long time that some of us earlier stuff. And yes,
even with 311.
Do what?
Was it with 311?
Yeah, Notepad.
95. Notepad was not Wordpad.
Yes, Notepad editor was released 1983.
Okay.
For Notepad, and this was an upgraded version of Notepad. This supposedly gave you more options,
more formatting, page
Mm-hmm.
formatting, fonts, and easier formatting.
And things have moved forward. So sad to see that go away, but it is what it is on that thing. Before we jump off of our streaming topic, somebody looked to see if we had. Do we have any other things starred?
The one that wasn't starred, but it was the one that was in Telegram that someone asked to talk about.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Right.
Thank you. And I don't think I didn't make a tab. That's why I didn't think about it. So one of the other topics that I was brought up in the Streaming Matters Telegram room was somebody was asking about any videos that talk about the Kodi library, how to integrate the Kodi library. Most of those videos are all gone that were created on YouTube. YouTube created a very tough stance on a lot of videos, and those videos were removed. So you're going to have a hard time finding it. I'm curious because I could possibly make some of those videos on Odysee, and I'm curious, would those kind of videos be useful? Do people still use a library? I know I did some videos early on, and there are some old videos on Odysee where I created libraries in some of my builds that I linked. Some I linked to local library, and some that I linked to some add-ons to pull libraries. I know TMDB Helper does some of that stuff. What do you guys think about having the Kodi library? Do you guys think that?
Well, the sheer number of questions about it on Reddit, there needs to be some source somewhere to help people that are getting into it, because they can't go, because those videos, like you said, just don't exist to help the newbie coming into the scene right now. So if you could put up some stuff on Odysee to help some people, it would probably be helpful, Todd.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of his old videos are already on there.
Yeah, there are, and they're like the ones that I've linked, and I actually did a search for library in some of my Odysee channels or somewhere on Odysee. And I mean, some of those are like early builds. Like I did builds and I showed how to add your library. They were, I mean, got to be 7, 8 years old, some of the videos. So, you know, I'm just curious. I mean, I don't use a library, but that doesn't mean that nobody uses a library or a lot of people wouldn't. And I was curious. I know in the past I used, you guys remember Extended Info Mod?
Yeah.
And I actually did a video way back when on Extended Info Mod and how to link. I used the cloud library. So I would take an add-on and I would link my library to the popular list, popular trending or whatever. And I would add that link. So I actually didn't have the content local, but it looked like it on my Kodi. It looked like it was local. It would show you the library and I could click it and then it would play from the cloud. Now, again, I haven't done that in years, but I'm just curious if, I was just curious what people would think. To me, I wouldn't use a library because it slows down my shit. Because if it's got to grab all that information, I'm about speed. I'm about getting where I need to get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we see Stuart says he doesn't use a library. Redneck says knowledge is power. Personally, he doesn't use a library. Mike C says, what happened to Solo Man? Wonder if Solo Man videos. No. So every Solo Man videos are gone. And I almost would bet Touchstones is gone.
Do a search for Kodi on YouTube.
He Touchstone has a new channel out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, he's because after one was that we were doing a show and he popped in the side chat, so I went and checked him out. So yeah, he has a channel. He's still out there doing them.
Okay, all right. Well, I just know that a lot of those channels got removed, and when a channel gets removed or deleted, all content that is on that channel is gone. Yeah. So that content is gone once that happens because. That was one of the reasons I moved my stuff to Odysee, because if down the road at some point YouTube decides to say, you know what, Dabs, your channel's gone. You've, broke whatever rules. Mm-hmm. I've got that channel and it has all my backup stuff. So it's like, all right, fine. If it happens, I'm going to move that. I'll pivot. And so, all right, well, I'll think on that. I'll actually poke around and see if I can link like I did back when about, because to me, there is some things, and I'll mess around that, and maybe I'll post some videos on Reddit and see what happens. I do. Yeah, Donald says Rumble is great. I do have a Rumble channel. I don't use it very much. There's just sometimes Rumble has just so many kooks on it. There's just so many kooks on that channel that's like I can't. It's just hard for me to sort through the craziness that's on that sometimes. So, hey, you guys ready to roll on to our player pass? Because
no.
Oh, wait, what?
No. Forgetting something.
Uh-oh.
No, not the wheel.
Oh, we can do the wheel here? All right.
No, I wasn't.
Wait a second.
Oh.
All right.
Hey, did you send me a new one?
Yes, I did, because Andrew sent a revision to his pick.
All right.
He's not here.
Scarface.
Trust me, when you see the wheel, you'll look at the pick.
All right, hold on a second. Let me paste this in here. All right. So a new wheel. We got a remux.
If you remember, Andrew's color is green. So if anybody wants to read out,
no way.
Oh, good for
no
Andrew.
Way.
Good for Andrew.
I will read you verbatim what he sent me.
Okay.
He sent me a private message.
All right.
He said, if you can change the wheel, change my movie to Godfellas as punishment for not watching this week's movie.
Yeah, he's not with us today yet because he said he completely forgot. Because we did have a week off.
He's out in the chat.
Yeah,
he's out in the chat. So, he can verify what I said is 100% true.
Oh, so, man, he well, I hate that he didn't watch the movie. I almost
I pasted the official text that he sent me there in the side chat in StreamYard.
All right, that's cool. All right, so we'll go ahead and spin it. That doesn't mean that that's going to happen. We got a number of movies in here, and some of those movies have been here for a while.
Yeah, mine's getting moldy.
Yeah. So you guys ready for the spin?
Yeah.
All right. So we have Living, Goodfellas, Rebel Moon, Hunger Games, the new Hunger Games, Old Dads, and The Jewel Thief. Let's spin the wheel of crap. Let's see what happens. Who do we blame this week for coming up with shit?
Looks like it's going to be another Robin movie.
Fuck! Wow. How does he keep getting the movies?
Oh, wow. All right.
I don't even know what this one is.
Me either.
It's a new movie.
Was it filmed on an iPhone?
And you're gonna like it.
I am? Okay.
Roger, because it's about your boy, Murph the Surf.
Okay.
Oh,
so
it's about Murph? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So another movie that I actually have not seen this movie. That's 2 in a row that Alban gets picked. He should lose his pick for next time because he keeps getting picked. No, I'm just joking. So he got The Jewel Thief, and we'll pull that up. Hold on a second. Let me pull up IMDb so that folks will know. Go to IMDb, which is not great, but I'll stick with it.
Not anymore.
Oh wait,
Andrew, you played Russian roulette and you got a blank.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh wait, how about an I before E? All right. Jewel Thief 2023. Is this the content, bud?
Yes, it is.
All right. Hey, we got to go to Hulu to watch this. Wow, if there was only somewhere else I could watch this. 6.5. So Jewel Thief, an hour and 40 minutes. So hey, it's not a long movie. So we have that. That will be next week's movie that we will have to watch. I just hate that there's other content we've had on the wheel that it's interesting stuff that's conversational. Damn, we get another movie. So let's go ahead and roll over to the player pass.
No, before you do that, check the messages.
Wait, what? Oh, messages.
The private.
Oh, okay, I see you now. All right. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. All right, Alban's sites of the week. What do we got here, brother?
This is Web Wormhole. You have to have the time that you need to try to get a file to someone, and you just can't because the user just has nothing to be able to use. Well, this site, webwormhole.io, will allow you to create a wormhole so you can send files to that person very simply. It works pretty neat. I used it in the past couple weeks, and I was really impressed on how it worked.
That's cool.
Yeah, it really is. So yeah.
That could come in handy.
It does. It really does.
Does the person that needs it? Does he have to have the site on his device?
Yeah, on his. Yeah, because if you're gonna host the file that you need to send, you open it up, and then you can. You have to create it. What does that say down there? Yeah, you have to create the wormhole, and then that's the code that you give the person, and they'll open up a web wormhole on their end. They type in that code, and they'll see the files come in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So it's a way of taking files from one place, and somebody else can download those files by using this application and using a username or a password, basically.
Is there a file size limitation on this? Do you know, Aubrey?
I haven't seen one yet.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't even know how big. I think it was maybe a 3 gig file I did.
Well, that's good.
No problem.
That's bigger
Yeah.
than that's bigger than you can do in Telegram.
Right. Right.
So I see it where it's this is an add-on for a couple
It had
different
an add-on
browsers.
Yeah.
Got a few browsers that has add-on. Generate one-time code. Enter the code on another machine. Drag and drop the files.
Yeah.
From either side to send to the wormhole. So even the second user could actually send files to the first person.
Right.
Okay. All right.
This would be very handy, actually. Very handy.
Yeah. I'll have to poke around. We'll have to see what the that's interesting. I mean, again, 3 gigs file is pretty large. So
yeah.
The people that are going to say, I need something bigger than 3 gig. Well,
then you might have to pay for your solution.
Yeah, it's pretty big. That's pretty big. That's so it's got a place for the source. All right, cool. So nice little Auburn side of the week. All right, so let's go ahead and crank us over to Player Pass.
I think the wrong movie.
Yeah, and while there goes my letter that I'm getting ready to get to say that the show is now going to be monetized to Aerosmith. I didn't think about it. I just clicked on one of the Player Pass intros. But hey, not a big deal. So yeah, I'll get a thing saying, "Oh, you used music that was copyrighted by Aerosmith, so basically your show will go to them." So here we go, a Player Pass, folks. Here we go.
Chevalier.
Yeah,
Chevalier.
Eddie says it the best.
Chevalier.
Yeah.
That's because he's French.
I'm not French. I'm English. I learned French.
I personally think that both you and Blue hate the French people so much. That's why you both didn't like the movie.
Well, there is a stigmatism to being French Canadian in this area. That is true.
Yeah,
there's a stigmatism to it.
I've seen it. I took offense to it.
They don't have any issue with black folks in this area, but they sure got an issue with the French.
Well, I can't believe that you actually watched this movie and hated it this much.
Didn't say hate. Didn't say hate. So who wants to be first with this movie? I'll be first. I don't care.
Go ahead.
All right. So I'll tell you, we watched this. I was happy to hear that it wasn't a musical, because actually I thought that was what it was going to be. It was going to be a musical. The Blue's first comment as we watched the movie was, "Why is it that you can't have a movie about French people even speak with a French accent?" She goes, "That's lazy. We don't even they don't even try to do a French accent." So that was her first, and then I started thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, it is kind of true that I said, but maybe because their French accents were going to be so bad, they figured we'll just stick with a regular American accent, and without trying. So that was one of her bigger complaints right off the bat. My complaint is this Calvin Harrison. I didn't like him. I had zero empathy for him. And maybe because he's supposed to be eccentric, that he has that standoffish attitude. But as I watched it, I had no connection with that character, and I could care less if something bad happened to him or something good happened to him. It was just his arrogance. I thought that bothered me. I will say the set The set design, the costumes, brilliant, beautiful costumes, brilliant set designs. But him as a character, I just couldn't buy into him. I couldn't buy into who he was, even though it's based on a true story. And at the end of it, I can't say I hated the movie. The thing when we talk about Player Pass, we talk about, could you recommend this to somebody?
Okay.
I not that it was a horrible movie. I think we gave it a 6 on our, because we have Tracked enabled, and you can rate every time a movie or show is over, you rate it. I gave it a 6. I would not go out of my way to watch it. But it's interesting how you think about how someone can be erased from history. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
But history buffs will love this. But I'm not a big history buff. So that's me dogging it. And again, it had its points. It had its good points. But okay.
I'm with you. I didn't like how the character was portrayed. He didn't have any likable qualities about him. I agree with that, Todd. But some of the really, really ultra artistic people that I've ever known in my life have been a lot like that, standoffish and just weird. I mean, the really, truly brilliant, freaking weirdos and so maybe that has something to play into it. I liked it because I do like period pieces, and I agree the sets were awesome, the costumes was awesome, the cinematography was awesome. The script was okay. It wasn't bad. I didn't mind them not having the accents, because I think back to that Child 44 that we watched, where terrible accents, and it ruined the movie. So, well, it helped ruin the movie.
Just one of the aspects of
yeah,
it.
one of the really bad aspects of it. But I did like this movie because I didn't know anything about Chevalier, about how do you say his name?
John Bonaparte.
Yeah, however you say his name. I didn't know the guy existed before this movie. So I learned some stuff. I didn't realize. I maybe had learned at one point, but as you forget stuff in your lifetime. I didn't realize that they had outlawed slavery during Marie Antoinette's time, only to have it come back into fashion under Napoleon. I completely forgot that, or had never known it, one or the other. I learned some things in this movie. I remembered how much I really, really like violin music. I'm a big string instrument fan, and if you listen to any of the concertos that this guy that he produced, they're all beautiful. They really are. If you go and listen to his music, he really was a virtuoso. And good thing they didn't break his hands in that little scene.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show how rough black people have had it over the centuries. They killed his kid. They killed his son, and he couldn't do dick about it.
No, that's true.
But it's debated whether it's not known if that actually happened.
Oh, really? I didn't read the wiki.
And yeah, and trust me, after watching this, because I'm the one who suggested the movie to Aubin after I watched it months ago, and I enjoyed it. I love history stuff, and
yeah, me too.
And since I had to deal with music also, I looked at it, and after I watched the movie, I recommended it to Aubin. I thought he would like it, and then I just started reading up on the guy and everything, and also how accurate was the movie to his real life. Like the thing with Mozart never happened in the opening of the movie. That actually never happened, but there was a time where both him and Mozart lived in the same house. He was actually referred to in French society and in music circles as the Black Mozart. He was referred to as that. And then one thing the movie left out, because they they just kind of ended it when he lost the opera. His kid was killed, and then just from there. But there was, I mean, he served in the French Revolution. He spent 11 months in jail, okay, because he was friends with the upper well, all the people that are getting their heads chopped off. He knew them all and was friends with them, so they threw him in jail. But then he came back to lead a brigade of soldiers during the French Revolution.
Right.
So I enjoyed it. I love a good period piece, and it just I just thought it was a real interesting story that the guy, I mean, his father, which if you read up, it was very unusual for a slave owner to admit that he had fathered a son, and give that son his name, send him to France so he could get an education. I mean, when you kind of like, they drop him off at this school to learn. One of the reasons they went to the school was also because he had an uncle that lived nearby the school, could keep an eye on him, make sure everything, was going well with him. The part in the film where they have the fencing duel, where the guy was pronouncing that, Black people are like poisoning the blood, and they're not real people. That event actually took place. They brought in the best fencer at the time, Picard, in France, to come in and basically try and teach this young kid a lesson, and the kid kicked his ass. And that's how he was granted the title Chevalier, which is basically like a knight. Is basically like a knighthood. So he was basically Chevalier de Saint George, which was his father's name. So I enjoyed the movie. I can understand if you're not in the period pieces and history stuff, you wouldn't enjoy it like you did. But there's people out there that I know that like this type of stuff and geeky stuff, and I enjoyed it. And I'm glad I recommended something to Aubin that he liked.
Yeah, it was really great. Thank you, Dave. I was really impressed with this movie the first time I saw it, and I'm like, we got to have this on the show, because I thought it was so moving, seeing what his mother had to go through without him, and him not knowing that his mom was trying to find him, every day. She was fighting and clawing to be able to find her son. Because that kind of stuff happens, and this movie was just, incredible. I'm just still kind of shocked that the father didn't leave something on the side for his son,
But could he? I mean, legally, could he?
He had the
basically,
uncle. He had his brother that could have.
I mean, in real life, what had happened, both when his father brought him over to France, he brought his wife, Chevalier's mother, with him. They both came over to France at the same time, which in the movie they take a little license. In real life, he tried to leave him money, in his will, but since he was a bastard, his stepsister, who was white, basically went to the court and said, no, I'm the legal heir. I should get all the money. So basically, his half sister was the one who screwed him out of his inheritance in real life.
Wow. Joey family.
Yeah.
Hey, family and money, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they cold.
He should have done something with his fencing skills.
For myself, I love this movie. I learned a lot. I love the cinematography. The amount of music that was in there it was good, but I'm saying it's not my type of music. But the story and the conflicts and the blockades they made in front of him to stop him getting ahead, but he always beat them all to get exactly where he wanted to be. what really turned me on was when I think his mother came over, and he went out to this black market, and they were playing tam-tams. And when he got behind the tam-tam, as soon as he hit the tam-tam, you notice he said, "Well, I'm going back to my roots." In other words, the tam-tam is the beginning of music for him, because he was a slave, and all slaves played tam-tam. So when he had that, he like became another person, you know, I can't. I don't really have. Okay, I got just really one bad word about this. For the amount of time he was playing a violin, I didn't see any flux on a violin. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I didn't see. But that movie I loved. I'd like to see it in French. I don't know if it's going to come out in French.
They would dub it. You could get a dub version.
Yeah, but there's two ways of dubbing it. You can dub it the French way, or you can dub it the Quebec way. It's not the same thing. It has to be dubbed the French way because it's a French story. Okay. Right. I have an app that I can go check it out, and if I can get it, I'm going to watch it in French, and then
I'll see if I can find it.
It'll blow it up a little bit more. But I really love this movie.
Anybody want to guess how much this movie made at the box office?
$12.
Yeah, not much.
3.8 million.
Really, 3.8. Wow, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Huh.
They spent more than that on costumes.
Yeah.
But I always thought that. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little story. I always thought violin was made for classical music because I have one of my aunts. She was a violinist, and she said the violin is only for classical music. But I went to this.
Don't tell Charlie Daniels that.
I know, right?
No. But listen, I knew that. Okay, you could find a violin in classical music, and in country music, and in Cajun music. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And rockabilly.
But I never seen anything in the blues until I met this guy. It was in 1973. It was a jazz festival, and this guy came out on stage. He used to play for Jefferson Airplane, and when he came out, he was like this thing, tall, well dressed in a blue suit. And he had two violins in his hands. One was a regular violin, it had a mic on it. And the other one was a funny mic violin that I never saw before. But as soon as he started playing, this guy blew me away. His name is Papa John Creech. And he plays blues on a violin. That's my story.
They're beautiful. The violins it's just beautiful music.
Well, Roger, feel free to pluck me.
I like all.
That's going to be in the after
West Virginia,
show.
It is called a fiddle, not a violin.
It
is a fiddle.
Well, I like fiddles too. I like fiddle players too.
Yeah.
I like all stringed instruments though. So, except for those weird ones that have 3 strings out of the Middle East that are all twangy. Those are weird.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. All right, Alvin. So let's see. Since everybody else went, didn't they? Or
I think everybody done.
I went.
Yep.
Yeah, we're all done.
Oh, all right. Well,
Now to vote.
All right. Well, I didn't know.
No, it's 8 plays and 5 passes.
Okay. And I did post. There was like Rise Above had a lot of good things to say about it. I've actually posted his comments over here on the thing. So.
And he's quick, as we know him as quick.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. So it's so we got that. So we're gonna go ahead and do player pass. We'll start that part of it, and then we'll roll into the last part of our show. And play means that you would recommend this to somebody else to watch. Pass means, hey, you don't want to put your name on this movie. It's for a friend to watch. So we're going to go through there. And you said it was already 8-5 on Telegram. Was that correct, Beach?
Yep. That is correct.
All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll go through the panel as well as you folks over on our side chat. Post what you think, and then the group will post player pass, and we're going to see how this movie falls. All right, so we'll start Eddie at the very bottom.
Mine's 100% play.
So hold on a second, I lost my pencil. Holy shit, fire, boys! Come on, get over here. Get over here. All right, so we got a 1 on that. That's a play. All right, so Eddie's got a 1. Beach, what you got, bro? Player pass.
I got to play.
That's a play. Roger.
It's a play for me as well.
That's a play. And Alban, what do you got? Player pass on this?
Play for me.
Play. And I'm going to stick with my vote on the Telegram group. I'm going to give it a pass because I struggle to who I would recommend this to. And the main actor just didn't sell it to me. And so, no, I got to give it a pass for me personally. So it's 4-1 for the panel. We'll jump over here to the side chat where people are able to vote. And you guys hurry up and get your vote in there. Willa got a play. Redneck got a play. Leon got a play. And yeah, he has voted in Telegram. Rise Above.
Yeah, he gave it a play.
I know he gave it a play because he had all kinds of good things to say about it. Anybody else want to give a vote on this?
Tabby gave it a play. I'm just scrolling through this side chat. So all the people who have class and are cultured gave it a play. To all the lowbrow hucklebucks gave it a pass.
You know, I am what it is. All right, so we got that. All right, so let's see where we're gonna go with this here. Let's see, dig over in here. Well, you know what this movie gets? All right. So, hey, thanks again for everybody voting on the side chat, Telegram chat, as well as our folks here on the panel. It's always good. And that's what this show's about is you like the movie, don't like the movie. If you can give us a reason why, that is always a positive. And the panel is always open. This panel here is 100% open if you want to jump in and give feedback. We had Quick was on here just last week. Rise Above ain't Quick, is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's quick.
My bad. My mistake. Sorry, Quick. Sorry. You did because when I was saying that, Beach, I remember you saying that's Quick. So he was on the show just last week and was able to give his 2 cents to this movie. And again, there's not a right or wrong. We're just asking for people to give their opinion. You can see where that falls, and that's what we always are wanting. We got another play from Steve over there. So good. So it got a play for the panel, unless you're Dabs, which gave it a pass. I think Blue gave it a pass too, but you know.
She did.
Yeah, she gave it. Yeah. Because I told her tonight she was talking about it and I said, "Did you vote on Telegram?" She goes, "Yes." Okay. All right.
Well, the good thing about Quick not being here, it gives us 20 minutes where we can talk about other stuff that would have been taken up.
Oh yeah. Like you can't. Yeah, well, you'd have to take me off the show to have all the conversation. Yes, babe.
Did you tell them why I gave it a pass?
So I said the accent, son. Yeah.
Yeah, it was in France. And nobody was French.
Yeah, but would you rather have bad accents or
like
no
Child
accents?
44. Tell Child 44.
Yeah, Roger said, what about when Child 44 had all the bad accents?
Okay, that's all fine and dandy. Then hire people that can do good accents.
Yeah. Well, you can't hire them out of Hollywood.
I ain't watching Napoleon.
Yes, we are. We're watching.
If you gave them French accents,
which will not have French accents. So, okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to talk about. We'll open the floor for anybody to talk about any TV shows or movies or things that we may want to talk about that are popping right now. So, open the floor for you guys to suggest TV shows and movies, stuff like that.
Ted started last night.
Okay.
Huh?
Ted started last night.
Oh,
TV
Ted.
series.
I forgot that.
Hilarious. Hilarious. What I've watched so far, freaking hilarious. It's dumb, bathroom humor, stupid shit.
Okay.
But funny.
That is 100% your wheelhouse.
Oh,
That is that's
absolutely.
Roger's.
Absolutely.
He loves that.
It's stupid. I love it.
I did love the movies. I did love the
If
movies.
you like the movies, you'll probably like it. Seth
Okay.
MacFarlane doesn't strike out very often.
Okay.
He's pretty good at what he does.
So only one episode's available?
No, they dropped all of them.
Shit.
They dropped them all at once.
They're all hour episodes too.
Yeah.
Okay, season 1, 7 episodes.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's on my list. I didn't realize. Okay. Anybody else watch that already on the panel?
No.
I've watched 2 episodes. I got started watching that History of the World in 6 Glasses.
Uh-huh.
With Dan Aykroyd, not John Belushi, his brother. Jim Belushi. And they had like George Brent, Kevin Neal, and John Lovitz on there. So I've been watching. It's not the greatest show, but being a history geek, I like learning. It's something mindless. It's not too bad.
You said History of the World in 6 Glasses? Is that what you cook? No, I'm not getting a hit on that. Okay. So History of the World in 6 Glasses. What about, folks? Has anybody watched Echo? We haven't yet. A handful of episodes, was it 1 through 5, dropped on that, which is
that's all of them.
Isn't that that's Marvel?
Yeah.
Or no, DC. Is it DC?
No, it's Marvel.
Marvel. Yeah, I'm sorry. Marvel. I heard from the Peanut Gallery.
I haven't watched it yet. I chose Ted. I chose to start watching Ted over Echo, actually.
Okay. All right.
Because I didn't like that character that much when she was in the one with Jeremy Renner.
What was that?
Hawkeye.
Is in it, and the first time you saw Echo was in the Hawkeye TV series.
Okay, so she was in the Hawkeye TV series.
Yeah,
I do know Kingpin. I've seen him. Vincent something. I've seen him in there.
And I've gotten some spoilers that they retconned his character. So it's the same character that he was in Daredevil, but they've retconned it a little bit, so it's a different story.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Seeing if let's see, Skulls says that he's watched Echo, said it was nice. Okay, so seeing Leon has British TV. Eddie suggested to me the boat story.
Yes, I'm watching that. That's great. And
what's it about, Ed?
It's about this boat that comes ashore, and they find a whole bunch of drugs in it, and 2 people that like complete strangers, they get together and they take the drugs out of off the boat, and they want to sell it back to the people it belongs to. They want to sell it back. They don't want to give it back.
That's never a good idea.
Yeah. There's another series. It's called Fool Me Once. It's a TV miniseries. It has you.
Something's wrong with tracked. Something's up with tracked. I can't get jack shit to damn load. No. Whenever I do a search, nothing's working. So,
well,
hold on. Let me go to IMDb. Maybe I can go that way. As much as I hate.
Did we talk about the Golden Globes last episode?
No, just dropped.
No.
Boat story. Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't.
So you watched? You actually? I only saw the shows and the movies, and
there was nothing else on other than a football game that sucked, so I watched it this year.
Okay.
And that guy Joey Coy is getting all kinds of hell.
Yeah.
He did as best as he could do on 10 days' notice. I've seen UFC fighters show up on 10 days' notice and would have had worse performances, Mm-hmm. So I think the guy's getting a hard deal.
Well, I mean, the only thing I've seen is where he knocked on Taylor Swift, which is, you know what? I'm sorry. They're comedians. You're in the crowd.
Yeah, you're fair game.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Have some skin, roll with it because you're in the line of fire. If you got a movie or a TV show or something that's nominated, you're fair game.
Yep.
So
he didn't say anything mean about anybody.
No, he just said something about there's less people watching the Golden Globes than they watch the NFL or something because of Taylor Swift or something.
Yeah.
But that's just making fun of the NFL.
Right.
Because the NFL has a hard on whenever Taylor Swift's up in the
right, and she's on camera. She's on camera every chance they get in the NFL.
Every time Kelsey catches, they're like, the camera goes up to him like, really? I mean, I don't need to see her going, yay, that's my man. Well, whatever. I'm watching a football game. Hey, show me once that she's up in the booth to watch the game. Fine. Yeah, fine. Yeah, no problem. Do I need to see her every time Kelsey catches a pass or a touchdown? No, that's nothing to do with the game. Not hating on her, just saying I'm here to watch the game. If I want to watch the Taylor Swift concert, I'll watch her movie that she did. So
I tried to watch it. It's horrible.
Well, but you're not the demographics for it.
I am certainly not the demographic.
Yeah. So I'm I thought we could let me see presenters. This is the presenters. I don't want the presenters. I was going to look at the list because it has forced me to watch one of the shows that I had not seen yet. I had not seen Beef. And the only reason I watched Beef was because I saw that it had won a bunch of shit. Winners and nominees. Here we go.
And it was okay. It was all right.
Yeah, it's humorous. I find it all right.
Yeah.
I don't know what we all knew Oppenheimer was going to get because Scorsese Christopher Nolan did it. We knew when Christopher does a movie or Scorsese does a movie, Hollywood catches a hard on and whatever. Oppenheimer, not a bad movie.
Just a meh movie.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right. It's a period piece. It's done well.
Yeah. Did it deserve all the? Oh yeah, I've got to go see it again. You're
Speaking
a dumbass.
of Golden Globes, Eddie, if you want to watch a French film, watch Anatomy of a Fall. It won a Golden Globe for I think best original screenplay.
It's an Anatomy of the Fall. I think I did see that on the list.
And The Bear is not a comedy, by the way.
Well, yeah.
It has some humorous times, but it's a drama. It's a freaking drama.
Yeah. So,
and I was like, I mean, I liked when McFadden won for Succession.
Mm-hmm.
They cleaned up pretty good. So a couple of the actors.
They picked up
Kieran Culkin got one. That was good to see that.
Sarah Snook got one.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, but I'll be honest. The second season for The Bear, not as good as the first season. I thought the first season smacked it out of the park. Great first season. Second season, I'm like, okay, can we get it out of neutral and get it into drive? I just felt like we're spinning the tires a lot. Now, maybe it's the character development, the backstories, a lot of that was going on. But I felt the second season did not deserve all the buzz that the first season, brilliant.
Yeah.
This
I really like that kid a lot.
Was good, not great.
But they're talking about a takeoff on the.
Leave it right there for a second.
Yep.
Because one thing I want to bitch about. Okay, here's the awards out, and I mean, Past Lives, I don't think has been released yet. Or the Zone of Interest was another one.
No.
So I'm like, how the hell could they be winning awards? It's just okay, because you're in the press and you get advanced copies and you can see it, So everybody else has to go. That's we get to see what the little 3-second clip when they do the inter-nomination of it, and that's all we get to see of the movie. So because it was like I'm one of the goes back. I want to see I'll look like nominations, and I'm like, and then look at my list and see if I'm missing anything in there, and I'll go and I'll look for. I'm like, it hasn't even been freaking released yet. You know, I'm like, okay, whatever. That pisses me off.
I used to, especially when it comes to the Academy Awards, which is a little bit farther down the line too.
Yeah.
I used to really, when that was screeners were available, which that's really not happening
the good
anymore.
old days of screeners.
Yeah. But I would watch every, like all the best pictures and all the things where the actors were nominated. I'd watch them all so that I would have an opinion, and I'd be able to say, hey, they hit that. They're 100% right. Or what the hell were they thinking when they nominated that, or that guy that won? Now, like you said, there's a couple movies that didn't even come out, not even come out to the theaters yet. Right. So how do you judge that? How do you that in what I looked for Poor Things, which I think I don't think it's out
weekend. I think it comes out this weekend.
Yeah, Poor Things. I was like, ooh, I've never heard of that. So I started searching for it, and other than a trailer, and can you rate a movie on a damn trailer?
No.
Because I've seen a lot of trailers that left me, left me hanging.
I quit watching trailers just because they ruined so many movies. They put the only 3 funny lines in the trailer.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You watch a trailer and you get 2 good minutes out of a freaking hour and 45-minute shit show.
Wait a minute. Anatomy of the Fall is a non-English speaking movie. I gotta read.
I just told
holy shit!
Oh my God!
I recommended it to Eddie because he was always talking about French movies. So there's a French movie.
Oh my Lord! Okay.
It's
Again,
French. I watched it.
I was kind of disappointed a little bit about Spider-Man. Eddie got no love, and I know Andrew probably had a fit. He got 0 love. I mean, he got nominated. And I don't know if you guys watched anybody on the panel watched this Killers of the Moon?
I watched it. Yes, I thought Robbie Robinson would have won.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, he did good. I actually thought Leonardo did a good job in this movie.
I thought he did. Idiot.
I thought he did a good job. I believed his character. Cinematography, I'll give it that. I'll give it Oppenheimer cinematography-ish. But best picture, really?
You know, in the Killer of the Flower Moon, the movie is dedicated to Robbie Robinson because he passed away last year.
Yeah.
This is where I actually got the idea of watching Beef when I saw that she won leading actress for a limited series and for Beef. I don't know. She catches my eye. I'm like, she's sexy looking. But,
she's cute.
All right. So Golden Globes, these kind of things. Also, we started watching Lessons in Chemistry, which is a coworker at my work told me about this show. And then I saw that it was nominated. We started watching it. It's a good show.
Yes.
It's on our, and I'm like, yeah, we'll work through this.
What was the name of that one again?
Lessons in Chemistry.
Lessons in Chemistry. I think
Brie Larson.
Yeah.
And I thought that again that show is these kind of shows really, when you see shows that are nominated over and over, it's not a lock that it's a great movie, but it can give you pause to say, I'll check that out. Ted Lasso, I didn't watch Ted Lasso until the 2nd season because I didn't see that. I saw that it had won all those awards. And then I was like, what's all this buzz about this show? And then I went and watched it, and I'm like, now I get it. So these kind of awards, they're not locks that you're going to enjoy the show, but they can give you something to check out that says, hey, maybe this hits home to me, and I like that.
Anybody that likes music,
Mhm.
that Riley Keough in that Daisy Jones and the Six. If you like music, watch that miniseries. I think it's like 7 parts. It's great. It's got good music in it. They're telling a story about Fleetwood Mac. Basically, it's like Fleetwood Mac. But yeah, she does a great job in it. She should win some awards for that. And she sings in it, and she's got a great voice. And she's Elvis's granddaughter, if you didn't know.
Oh. More killers. And well, she did get Lily won for Killers of Flower Moon.
Yeah.
But she did a good job. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
Maestro. What the Maestro?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Musicals.
Have you watched Maestro?
No. Not gonna.
Okay. I'm gonna. Oh, all right. Here's the thing. Somebody pops over to your house unexpectedly, and you don't want them to say, "Hey, let's put on this new Bradley Cooper movie. I heard it's really good." If they stay after 15 minutes, then kick them out.
That's good idea. What an idea! If you don't want them to stay, put that movie on. I did. My coworker did say Priscilla was good. I did have I said Priscilla was a good movie. Said it actually make you look at Elvis a whole different way.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, she was 14. That's all I got to say. So it's not hard to think about that one. Poor Things, again, that's not out yet. Again, of course, Emma wins on that. No Hard Feelings. I actually was going to put that on the list because I wasn't sure how to feel about that movie. Because she uses her feminine wilds to get what she wants, and they show that's prevalent. And
I like that movie.
I don't know how to feel about that movie. So I wanted us to talk about it because I wanted people to give me their thoughts so I could say, okay, all right, I get that. Because I thought there was a lot of stuff in the movie I liked.
Yeah, I mean, put this way, there's sugar daddy websites wouldn't exist if there weren't girls like that out there.
Right.
And so
more power to them. More power to them.
She was desperate and needed a car so she could work and save her house. So
it just felt, I don't know, I felt dirty watching it, but it was like, But then there were so many aspects of that movie. I'm like, that is really true to life. But I didn't know, and I wanted us to talk about that at some point. So like, what did you guys think? I mean, because at the end, I watched it by myself. Blue didn't watch it with me, and at the end, I was like, I don't know if I really liked this or I didn't like this. I was confused. I was conflicted. Let's see, The Holdovers. Now, that won a couple awards, if I'm not mistaken, because didn't it win actor and actress? I think it won. Yeah. So Paul won it.
Once again, you would hate it.
Oh, will I?
Yes. I mean, I watched it because I like Paul Giamatti as an actor.
Yeah.
I like him, and when it came out, I as soon as it was available, I watched it that night. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, he did a great acting job, but just the movie, it's one of those I couldn't recommend it to anybody.
Oh, okay.
I was disappointed.
All right. Yeah, because look at it won 2 awards. I mean, two actor and female supporting nominated for a minute. And I was like, maybe I should have gave that a chance, and I just didn't. What about Saltburn? Anybody on the panel watch Saltburn yet? Now this,
I 15 minutes of it, and I never got back to it.
Okay.
I after we talked the other week,
and
you mentioned you watch it. I initially did a Roger. I started, 15 minutes, turned it off. Then the other day when you said you'd watch it, I'm like, let me turn it back on, give it some more time. I think I watched another 30 minutes of it. Then I paused to see how much time I had left. And I was like, not going to finish it now.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
It's different. It's different and disturbing in some ways. And again, the tub scene is where I was reading an article that said the tub scene was their most disturbing part of the whole movie.
That's pretty much where I stopped it not too far after that, because I was like,
Blue didn't have the remote. If she'd had the remote, we would have stopped right then, because she was like, ugh.
Yeah. I was just
yeah, that was and I'm like, no, we're finishing this mug. Most times I finish a movie, even if it sucks. We normally finish it, but yeah, that was a part where she's like, okay, and I was happy for, what's it, Aho? How do you say her name? Aho.
But I didn't think she did that great of a job in The Bear, though.
Not the second season, I didn't, but okay, I'm happy for her.
It was another movie that she did.
Yes.
That we watched. It was the theater camp one. She was the she was the teacher that was full of shit.
Right.
Yeah.
She was much better in that than The Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think that the second season to me just fell short. I think the first season she was in it, and I was in, but her character in the second season, I just felt it, I don't know, fluttered a little bit. Just like, all right, where are we going with this all? But look at how many nominations this damn movie got. TV show. I mean, you got what, 4 winners, nominated 3 more times.
I still don't think it's a comedy either. I think it's a drama.
I mean, I think you're right. I think it is a drama. It's really not a.
Well, I mean, one thing I started watching, and it started this week. I know there's some people on the side chat that are big into wrestling.
Yeah.
So I started watching that Big Little Brawlers. It's about the micro wrestlers in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Yeah. What was it called again?
It's called Big Little Brawlers.
Okay. It's on Discovery.
Oh, finally! Look, it's loaded. Here it is. Here it is. It actually loaded. Tracked his fixer stuff. So yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Big Little Brawlers.
You know, that was messing up a whole bunch of add-ons there for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I did watch Wrestlers, which is it's a real life stuff about the Ohio Valley Wrestling. I actually it's got was it Jon Snow? No. Shit. He did the character head in WWE. Not Jon Snow.
His last name is Snow, though.
It is Snow.
Yeah.
But
what the fuck is his name? God
but
damn.
The Wrestlers, if you're a fan of wrestling in the behind the scenes thing, it's actually a very good documentary about how they're trying to create and stay relevant and financially viable. It's a good little mini series. I think there's only a couple episodes. Al Snow, thank you. So yeah, this right here, Wrestler. I enjoyed that as a little documentary, 7 episodes maybe. How they're really trying to get things going. I enjoyed. I mean, I'm not a person who watches WWE. I don't watch AEW. I don't watch any of that. But I like the behind the scenes and how they make this stuff work. And they're not hiding nothing. I mean, they're very, how they're working it out before the match. And hey, what are we gonna do? You're gonna throw me over here. But to me, it's still about the financial struggle that these companies are in and keeping the wrestlers and stuff.
Because of the big guys?
Yeah, because they said basically you got WWE and you got AEW, and AEW is really went against the grain and actually brought themselves up because they've done a really good job. But
when we were kids, we had all these regional shows.
oh yeah,
that I'm in the Midwest, so I had All Star Wrestling out of Kansas City.
Yep.
Todd, you lived in the South, so you probably had Bobby Hart.
Well, WCW, which was NWA back in the day, basically Atlanta wrestling. It was out of Atlanta, but
there's a circuit in Texas. There's a circuit in New York.
Texas. Well, that goes into the Claw. Remember the movie that's out now with the Von Erichs?
Von Erichs.
So yeah, depending on where you lived, you saw those regional, and I want to say it was this, and there was another wrestling TV show or documentary I watched where it talked about how those back in the day there were all those regions where wrestlers would work their way and go here, go there, and then maybe go to the what used to be the WWF.
Yep.
But how that all has changed. It basically WWF bought everything, and brought it all in and said we got everything, and then so it is fun to watch some of those. Again, Blue, she is not watching none of it, but what was it? Heels. I did get her to watch Heels, which was a fictional TV show. She actually did enjoy the storyline, and I did get her to sit down and actually watch it with me. And again, it goes back to the behind the scenes, how that all happens. And to me, I enjoy it because, like you guys said, we were kids and we grew up watching that. And not that I would watch it now, but
right.
What about Succession, boys? Do you guys think that it won a shit ton of damn awards?
I thought everybody that took home a statue from that show deserved it. Sarah Snook deserved it. McFadden deserved it. Corey Culkin deserved it.
Jeremy Strong. Oh, he won it in 2022.
Right.
And he was creepy. I mean,
he's a good actor. He's a really good actor.
Yes, you really hate him.
Yeah.
So that sells you. If you can hate a character, they've done a great job. So yeah, you look at what was it for this year? So nominated 9 times, winner of 4 of the 9. If you've not watched Succession, it is a show to watch. It is it is a show to watch, more of a modern day Dallas is what Blue said.
We looked forward to each episode each week. It was
that's what we used to do on Sunday nights. Me, Roger, Mob, and we'd go in big screen and watch it on Sunday nights.
Yeah,
for last season.
It was fun. It was hell of fun, actually.
Yeah.
We got to find another show, boys.
Oh yeah, it's called the pop movie show that we do every week.
I'm talking about a TV show.
Oh well, I figure I got to get you guys into big screen somehow. Oh, by the way, guys, I got the ballroom now.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant you were wearing sweatpants today.
The ball. That's good.
You can play darts in there now too.
While you're watching the movie or big screen.
Okay. Yeah.
Any of you folks, but we actually didn't pull up the article. There was an article about Oculus 2 had another price drop. So if you're a person that's in the market of possibly doing a VR, the Oculus 2 is a fun. Even if you're not a gamer, you don't have to be a gamer to enjoy it. It does. This is the next step of technology, gaming / that virtual reality, Ready Player One kind of.
Well, even for the sports, how they looking to incorporate you right there on midfield. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the basketball's already done it.
Yeah.
I mean, the NBA has already jumped in the front of this and put you're at courtside or something like that watching the game. I do think, give it another couple years, we're going to see all those sports offering you a package subscription to be sidelined, to watch a game, to be courtside, to watch a game, to be behind the batter, watching the game. I think that's definitely coming.
Think about all this shit you would hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My Oculus paid for itself the night Bobbin heard a barking dog.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
So I haven't looked. The last price that I knew the Quest 2 was $249, but I have seen that there was another price drop. So has anybody investigated what the new price is on them?
Yeah, hold on. Do you have the thing there, Todd?
Oops, hold on a second. All right, if I can type right. Because I just saw that it dropped. Amazon. All right. Well, this is Canadian. So
that's Canadian. So
this is Canadian.
That's like $1 in the US.
Let's see. So let me go to Amazon.com. And we'll do let's see, Oculus 2. I probably should be calling it a Meta.
I'm seeing 267.
Yeah, 249. So that's the price that it's been for a minute.
Okay.
But still, 250, you can get yourself a lot of fun for two and a half.
Yeah, if you think about what you can, and I'll be honest, you guys, and all of you guys can attest to it. The fun we have watching sports in a big screen is the only way you're going to get that experience is if people come over to your house and sitting down on the couch with you watching that sports. That's the only way, because when a group of people that are people you know, as even people you don't know that come into the chat sometimes, and you're watching these sports where you're talking about what's happening there, as well as talking about all kinds of other stuff, where you can have a drink, you can have a smoke, you can do whatever you want, and guess what? You're not going to get a DUI. It is fun. It's a totally different experience when we watch some of the sports that we watch together. And as like Albin's saying, watching a movie or TV show together. We all live thousands of miles apart. How can you pull 4, 5, 6 people in up to 15 together to watch a movie or a TV show or a sporting event? I mean, and some of the laughs we've had have been, I mean, almost crying. So, yeah, it's definitely an investment. If you're a person that sometimes you may see this on Marketplace. A lot of times Marketplace are selling these things. Someone that's went to a Quest 3 or someone that's never even used it. If you can get one inexpensive, jump on it. So, all right. We're at what? We're at 2 hours and 10. What else?
If you look, I put that article there for you in the private.
Grab that. Okay.
Yeah, I seen this article, but I didn't read it.
So yeah, $249 US, dropping the 256 down to $299.
Okay, well I had looked a month ago and the head says for $249, so I don't know how that's a price reduction, but whatever.
Black Friday over my.
Well, what is that price? The Black Friday, maybe?
Maybe it could have been because it was a couple months ago that I checked to see what they were.
Yeah, because I think that's what they were.
It could be actually. That could be correct.
So, but it's a fun device.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, boys. Anything
Before we
else?
go, yeah, we have tomorrow night UFC Vegas 84.
Okay.
We got Anklet versus Johnny Walker.
That's
Johnny.
That's a rematch.
Yeah.
And anybody that's watched Johnny Walker, he could be one of those people that he makes people watch because he's entertaining.
Yep.
And that's what UFC needs, is an entertaining personality, and he is entertaining.
Ankalaev need him in the head in a down position last fight, so he got stopped in the first round. So it's going to be a good fight.
It is. I'm trying. I didn't put up the time for that fight. Hold on.
It's a fight night. I don't know what time it's going to start.
Yeah, hold on.
To answer Russell's question real quick, there is a slight delay between the hoster and the other people, but everybody else is watching it at the same speed. The only reason I'll say that is, so let's say that Auburn is hosting. Auburn singing the national anthem, or Auburn singing one of the whatever's come up, and you'll hear us. There's like a slight delay. What? Maybe a second, if that.
Maybe a second, a half second, probably.
It's not long.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm talking. It's the only. That's the only reason I would know that there has been a delay. And I know whenever I've hosted, I don't hear a delay because I'm hearing it right when I say it. But other people would hear that delay because of your upload. But if you're just watching, you would never know the difference of that delay. You would only if someone's trying to play karaoke or something of that nature.
And everybody in the room has the same experience at the same time, other than the host. The host may see it a fraction of a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The fights start. The prelims are at 4 Eastern and 7 o'clock for the main card.
Dave, it'll be an easy one for you to see the main card.
What the bullshit? I got football tomorrow, boys. Playoffs.
Boys, football. The NFL playoffs kick off tomorrow at 4:30. That's the Kansas City Miami game, and then
it's going to be the coldest football game on record ever here in Kansas City. It's going to be freezing right now. It's so freaking cold right now.
Well,
how cold that's what they were complaining about. You know, thinking that they should have moved the game and all kind of.
Money
they get paid millions of dollars. Get out there, pussies.
Get out there.
And that's football is you're in the elements.
Yep. Yeah, the Chiefs game is at 8 o'clock. 4:30 is the Browns and Texans. At 8 o'clock on Peacock is Dolphins and Chiefs.
Okay.
And it's probably going to be 10 below wind chill factor, maybe even more than that.
Okay, good. I can't tell you how much I always hated football for that, you know, because of doing the Super Bowl and all these warm places.
Oh, yeah. In a dome.
You're right, you know. Let them fucking play in the elements that, you know, are cold.
Yeah.
The way it should be. Look at running around and, you know, I got to watch my team play running around in short sleeve shirts. Fuck that.
And if anybody wants to take some ice water, throw it on Taylor Swift and push her out in the cold air. You're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a wet, shivery Taylor. Sure.
I ain't hating on her. I mean, she looked too skinny for my taste, but you know, I'd fatten her up. We got
girl.
Yeah, we got a milkshake, hot flesh latte every day.
Welcome to Streaming Matters and Misogyny.
All right. Anything else?
No. There's no other real, you know, UFC, MMA stuff. I don't think this weekend.
No, not this weekend.
Yeah. So, you know, we just got this, and in your football. But wait,
That's right.
there's
Tough
hockey.
Man's
There's
back.
hockey this
week.
weekend.
There's what?
Japan is back when?
Tough Man is back next Friday and Saturday.
Okay, great. That's good.
Where are they at, Dave?
Is it Clarksburg? I'd have to go look at the schedule. I forget where it's at.
West Virginia, though. It is in West
Oh,
Virginia.
it's West Virginia Tough Man. So yeah, it's in
Okay.
West Virginia.
Yeah, Tommy, Tough Man is always better in West Virginia.
Yeah,
it is
for sure.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tough Man is always in West Virginia. It's Rough and Rowdy that's going to be in Connecticut.
Because that's I don't know.
All right, we'll see you boys there.
All right, so we got that going
Eddie,
on.
Eddie, that means you should have gotten a quest for your birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Ed.
Happy birthday, Ed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was your birthday yesterday.
Talk with your boys.
Yeah, you have to get your sons back on the show so we can call them tight asses.
Yeah.
For your dad, get him something good.
As you enter your 90th or your 9th decade alive, how do you see things?
Well, I'm only 67 years old.
Oh yeah, right.
My bad.
Don't tell that to my boys, eh? No, they give their notice last Monday to where they're working, and they're back on a movie on the 22nd.
Oh,
Good for them. Good for them.
Awesome.
Yeah. The name of the movie, I think, is called The Last Alaska, or something like that.
I seen that there's another guild that's about to strike, though. What was it, the Teamsters?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's another one that's getting ready to strike. I can't remember who it was, but they stood in solidarity with IATSE during their strike. So they imagine that if they do strike, yeah, it's could get shut down and everything again. So who knows?
Everything shut down again. All right. Let's go ahead and wrap her up, boys. Eddie, anything you want to say before we head out of here, bro?
Well, I just hope I get rid of this thing that I got today because it's killing me.
Yeah.
Besides that, everything's okay.
Okay. Beach?
Nope, I'm just going to sign off and go pluck myself.
Yeah, don't do that on camera, please. Roger, what do you think you say before we go?
Thanks for the invite. Had fun. And I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Aubin?
Thanks everyone for coming to the show. Andrew, I'm waiting for you. We're gonna keep that movie up there until it hits. Thanks everyone for coming out. Hopefully I get better like you, Ed. I can't stand this. Feeling like crap. I don't even sound like myself.
No.
But next week we got the movie, and see you guys then. But more likely it'll be in Thursday. We'll be playing it in big screen.
Right. Hey, Dabs, are you doing a double show again next week?
Yeah, we might do that unless some of the other people on the panel decide we don't want to do it that way. But I mean, we're knocking them both out, hitting the player pass. We're getting so I don't know. I feel like we're kind of hitting on it, and then we don't spend too much time on one subject. To me, I feel like we're kind of hitting around, so it's fun. So we'll plan for that next week. Thanks to you guys for being on the panel. Major thanks out to Aubin and Eddie, who are feeling under the weather, but still come on here to hang out with us. Everybody knows when you're feeling like dog shit, you just want to lay on the couch and sleep. And these guys come on the show just to hang out with us. And I certainly appreciate their effort and to the dedication to hanging on the panel with me, as well as everybody else that gets to watch this. It's a big thank you, and I really appreciate that. And I know the people watching appreciate it. So thanks, you guys. We'll see you guys next week. And be sure to watch our movie. And that goes for you, Andrew. Make sure you watch the movie. So, hey, streaming matters to us because streaming matters to you. We'll see you guys on the next.